everyone. Today I want to continue to go over compound sentences with you. I think some of us had some trouble with the assignment last Thursday. So if I returned the assignment to you without a grade, please make corrections to it and turn it back in. If you got a grade, that means you did pretty good on it. But I wanted to go over it again because we're going to go on to complex sentences. But if you don't understand compound sentences, you're going to have trouble with complex sentences. So I wanted to go over this one more time. So it's really important that you do watch this entire video. I'm going to go over specific examples that will help you with the assignment that you're going to do after this video. Okay, and I'll explain that at the end of the video. There are directions on the assignment, but I want to explain it to you too so you fully understand what you're supposed to do today. So I don't know if you can tell, I've got my little whiteboard here. I'll try to tilt it up and so you can see. So at the top I put the 4 conjunctions that we're working on right now. We will add more, but these are the 4 that I want you to really focus on using, okay? I know with the work last week, I noticed that some people were doing different ones, which is okay. Some of them made sense, some of them didn't. But if you can focus on just these 4. So we're talking about and, or, but, and so. Okay, those are the 4 that we're working on. So on this whiteboard, I have 4 sets of sentences that are very similar to what you're going to do today. So if you watch this video and you watch me write the sentences, you should do a really good job at the actual assignment today. And if you did not do the same thing on the assignment from last Thursday, or you still haven't done the assignment from last Thursday, please go back and do that too. They're pretty identical to each other, but they're not exactly the same. They're different sentences, but I still want you to have that extra practice. The more that you can practice with them, the better that you'll do. Now, with that said, the goal is for you to write these types of sentences in your writing. So if you're not writing them and when you actually write, then you should start doing that. Okay, so I do want to say that also. Okay, so the first example I have is Andrew watched a new movie. He did not like it. So I want to take those 2 smaller sentences, those are called simple sentences, and put them into one big compound sentence. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite the very first sentence exactly the way it is. Okay, I'm just copying it word for word, every single word. So, Andrew watched a new movie, and I'll have a ton of space on here. A new movie. Now, notice here there is a period. Instead of putting the period, I am going to put a comma. My comma goes where my period was, okay? Before the conjunction. Now that I've written my comma, I can put my conjunction. Remember, the conjunction is kind of the glue that puts the 2 sentences together. So, Andrew watched a new movie. He did not like it. Andrew watched a new movie thinking he was going to like it. He didn't like it. What do you think would be a good conjunction to put in there? Hopefully you said but. So I'm going to mark that out. But, there's my conjunction. He did not like it. Now notice after my conjunction, I copied the second sentence after the conjunction. I wrote every single word. Okay? So both sentences are completely there. Now notice I took the capital H and made it a lowercase h. That's the only other difference. Okay? So let's look at another one. He wanted to watch a good movie. He chose another one. Okay? So again, I'm going to copy the first sentence. He wanted to watch a good movie. Now, instead of my period, I'm going to put a comma. Hopefully you said comma at home. Comma, and then I'm going to put my conjunction. I've already used but, so I'm not going to use it again. Now, typically when you write, you don't go through and say, well, I've already used that conjunction, but you also don't want to use the same conjunctions over and over again. You shouldn't put a bunch of compound sentences together and I'll have the word and in the middle, okay? So you do want to change up what conjunctions you're using. He wanted to watch a good movie, so That's the cause. The effect is, because he wanted to watch a good movie, he chose another one. Because it's cause and effect, I'm going to use so. I'm going to mark that out. So, he, lowercase h, he chose another one. Period. Okay? Next one. Okay? Our third set of sentences. He could watch Trolls World Tour. He could watch Onward. So he has a choice between those two movies. He's not going to watch them together, right, at the same time. He has a choice. He has to choose one or the other. So we're going to use or to glue it together. Now, we are not going to write. This is not what you will do. He could watch Trolls World Tour or Onward. If we do that, we don't have two complete sentences anymore. We only have one complete sentence. So therefore, it's not a compound sentence. A compound sentence has to have two complete sentences. You should be able to find the two sentences within it, right? Like on this one, I could see my first sentence here and my second sentence here, right? So you have to have two complete sentences, okay? So, which is why you need to make sure that you write exactly what's up here, just in a little bit different of a way, okay? So, he could watch Trolls World Tour. Now, instead of my period, I'm going to put a comma or, and then put my conjunction or. So I've used this one. Or he could watch Onward. Okay? Period at the end. Notice I have both sentences. All these words that are up here are also down here. Every single word. Do not take out words when you do this activity. Okay? You should have the same exact words in both. You're actually just adding a word and adding a comma. Changing a little bit of the punctuation. Okay, the last one. Andrew liked trolls. He also liked unicorns. Okay? So, I'm going to put... Now, this is another mistake I saw last week. A lot of people took this type of sentence and said, Andrew liked trolls and unicorns. That's not a compound sentence. That is a simple sentence. There are no longer two sentences there. There's only one sentence. Okay, so you have to write, I know it seems kind of tedious to have to write both sentences, but that is what a compound sentence is. It's two sentences put together into one big sentence. Okay, so Andrew liked trolls. Now notice, I'm going to, instead of my period, I'm going to put a, what am I going to put? I'm going to put a comma. And then my conjunction, the only one I haven't used yet is and. Notice he likes two things, okay? So they're both kind of the same. He likes both of them. So and goes when you use something that's talking about both of something, right? Andrew liked trolls. Andrew liked trolls. And he also liked unicorns. Okay, so these sentences are very, very, very similar to the ones on your assignment today. So if you get stuck on one, you could go back and look at this and try to figure out which conjunction you should be using, how to write it. Okay, so your assignment is very similar to the one you did last Thursday. What you're going to do is you're going to get two sentences. You're going to create a compound sentence. So you're just going to type it in the box, turn it in. If you have problems turning it in, you can just share it with me. If that's easier, or you could take a picture, you could write them on paper and take a picture of it. Whatever's the easiest way to turn them in, you can turn them in that way. Okay. The important thing is that you complete the activity and that you get it turned in. Okay. Please make sure the three things I'm looking for when I look at your work is I'm looking to make sure that you have both sentences all the way in your compound sentence. I'm looking to make sure you have a comma. A lot of us missed our commas last week. And I'm making sure that you have the correct compound sentence. So if you can, please just stick with these 4 conjunctions. I'm sorry, I think I misspoke. I'm making sure that you have the correct conjunction in the middle. Okay, so if you write a comma and no conjunction, you will lose a point. Okay, so make sure that you have all those things in there. Okay, I will provide comments if there's something that you're missing so you can correct it. But it's really important that you understand this and that you do this correctly so that we can go on to complex sentences because they're going to get a little bit complex. Okay, have a great day. I will talk to you later. If you need help, come find me on Zoom, 9 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday and Wednesday. Bye.